Hey, Pyromaniacs. This is the unbreakable Sean Phoenix, and you're listening to Wrestling with Entertainment.
Um, on the not so fun side of the news this week, the question mark has passed away. From NWA Wrestling. It seemed like he was picking up a lot of steam. Uh, in 2019, unfortunately, COVID happened, and now, a few days ago, he has passed away. Scooter, any
Um,
anything you want to
uh,
say?
First thing, there there is no cause of death as of right now.
As of this recording.
Yes, as of most likely, this is not a COVID-related death, passing. So, but Jocephus, the question mark, real name, Joseph Hudson, passed away unexpectedly on February 24th. You remember him from NWA Power, competing in the television title tournament against Colt Cabana, as well as essentially working two gimmicks at the same time. He, his wife Nancy, has launched a GoFundMe. Funds will go towards his burial and remaining medical expenses. Anything that goes past the $15,000 goal will go into a trust fund for his 10-year-old son. In addition to wrestling for the NWA, he was an actor, a writer, filmmaker, musician, teacher, and above all, father. The positive thing to come out of this, as of the GoFundMe went up at 7 p.m. Eastern on the 25th. The goal was 15 grand. By noon yesterday, Friday, it was over $22,000. By 8 p.m. last night, it was over 27 grand. The link to the GoFundMe will be in the description below on YouTube and Castbox if you wish to make a donation to the GoFundMe for Joseph Hudson. He will be missed. And I'd love to say that that's the only piece of bad news this week, but James?
Yeah.
I think you should deliver this next piece.
Unfortunately, another DK Meadows has passed away as well. From CCW. We do
Meadows.
Meadows. My bad. We do a lot of interviews from CCW. And their students, and I don't even I was in contact with DK, so unfortunately that nothing ever came of that, but it's just a sad situation, very young man, um and our thoughts and prayers go out to his family.
There's one match in particular that we're recommending. And it's his first main card victory from CZW Saturday Night Special in a Fatal 4-Way match with Boom Harden, Karen Bam Bam, and former guest and friend of the show, Christian Robinson. And if you guys want to check that out, we will hopefully be putting that in the description as well. Maybe we can get Christian to say some words about DK, but everything that I've read about what everybody has said about DK said he was a class act wrestler and a class act human being. And
You lost another good one. And
too soon.
we don't even know what he could have been. I mean, the potential was limitless. Kaliko, do you want to add anything about either Jocephus or DK before we move on?
Mainly, I think the one thing that I always add is just, man, give these people their flowers when they are here, man. It pains me to think, that people don't get their just dues until they're dead. And this goes in line with if you guys remember Prince Marky D of the Fat Boys.
Yep.
He died. He died last week. So it just goes to show, man. Like,
I remember singing "Baby, You're a Rich Man."
I saw their movies, man.
Disorderlies was one of my favorite.
Disorderlies. Yep. But tying him in with the wrestlers, it just goes. It pays nothing to pay homage, man. Like, it costs nothing to pay homage and show your appreciation for them, especially, nowadays when we're closer connected. Because the one thing I don't want, not only me as a person, but as us as a show or us as a people, to be like is, I wish I could have told him or told that person how much we appreciated them or how awesome they were.
Right.
And that, to me, is the bigger point that I try to make with any of these. Hell, all our interviews, I give them props like it's no tomorrow. Because, hell, to be quite honest, there is none. At least they knew that, somebody appreciated all their sacrifice and work.
Right. And our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and family. Maybe a little bit of, good news is, following the death of Hannah Kitamura, which we've covered on the show before, Japan has passed a bill simplifying court steps in identifying cyberbullying, making it easier for them to find people that will to identify who cyberbullies more easier. So something good. I don't want to say something good came out of Hana Kitamura's death, but
something constructive.
yes.
Kind of like how when Lynn Bias died. When Lynn Bias died, they had the drug-free program, so it spawned a whole generation, having the knowledge, and if that's, and it's better for the all, even though the one is like, sucks.
Let's hope that it actually works out for Japan and identifying cyberbullying.
I do have some very interesting little tidbits. Maybe we will just knock off here.
Sure.
Matt Riddle has signed a new contract. He will earn $1.2 million over the next 3 years. That's some damn good money. Could we possibly be seeing Triple H versus Elon Musk at WrestleMania?
No. Not in the slightest.
I beg to differ. In a shoot style promo, in talking about, of course, the the first civilian space flight to Mars, courtesy of SpaceX, is happening very soon. And Triple H got to talking about this will eventually lead to a WrestleMania on Mars.
Which is Vince McMahon's dream.
And when that happens, Triple H issued a challenge to Elon Musk for that fantasy WrestleMania. So
that nobody asked for.
Exactly.
You know how much the travel packages would be to go to Mars?
But you would get a commemorative WrestleMania diaper for the flight up.
Oh my God!
They better give me a commemorative space seat to take home. Like, I better have my name etched in the ship.
What's your name in the sand?
Damn right.
Don't eat the yellow snow. The WWE Network is set to air a original produced and created documentary on Heaven Fitch. Heaven Fitch, who is that, you might ask? She is the first female to win a high school boys wrestling state championship in North Carolina. This is the first truly original non-WWE related anything to air on the network that the WWE has produced and created. And it will have nothing to do with pro wrestling. It will be narrated mostly by Beth Phoenix with an introduction by Stephanie McMahon.
Well, it sounds like they're trying to get her sign a contract right now.
Yes, that is true as well. And speaking of contracts, I told you it would happen. Taya Valkyrie, officially a member of the WWE.
So is that Brock Lesnar wannabe. So yeah.
Rick Steiner's son as well. And
Christian Casanova.
Christian Casanova,
Christian Casanova, Limitless Wrestling champion, and as well they got somebody else's brother who was already in the Performance Center. I didn't write that name down. Dang it.
Seems like WWE is kind of doubling down on, new talent from the indies. Because, they need those guys. Ty Valkyrie is not a surprise considering, her husband is on the main roster.
Well, considering that he's suffered a knee injury and will be out for a unspecified amount of time. Still no word on whether the injury is severe. If somebody sneezed, God bless you.
No, it's a cough.
Okay. Lacey Evans' injury is legitimate.
She is indeed pregnant.
He said it, not me.
How she got injured earlier this week as well. Anna Jay.
Wait a minute. Yeah, Anna Jay's got injured. Wait a minute. Lacey's actually injured or not pregnant?
No, she's pregnant, but James calls pregnancy an injury.
I mean, if
pregnancy's not an injury.
If it keeps you out of action, then it's probably an injury.
That's not an injury.
Kenny Omega has admitted to stealing Lady Gaga's dogs.
I think we've all admitted that at one point.
That's a weird thing to admit, but
I mean, Kenny's collecting everything, so but AEW finally hits the mobile app market with the release of AEW Casino Double or Nothing, now in the Apple App Store. It's basically a casino with AEW guys on it. That's it.
Do I win money with that bitch?
No.
It's just I
guess they have to have it so they could pay the Big Show his money.
and let's talk about it. Paul White,
Segue.
the Big Show, the Giant, whatever you want to call him, is now All Elite.
Captain Insano.
I don't think, and I talked to Scooter about this earlier this week.
Santa.
This is a big blow to WWE in the sense that AEW could scoop up a big name like the Big Show, but not necessarily a big name for AEW because I don't think they would know what to do with a Big Show. Am I right? Am I wrong? Counterpoint.
Here's my problem with this. So and it was simply put in a meme. The AEW fans, when they look at AEW signing WWE former stars that they swore that they weren't going to sign. That is the big issue I have. Like, it's like you're the opposite of what you're doing. I get it that it's a business, but it's funny when that business sense have to kick in instead of that anti-WWE shit.
I mean, and the fact that it happened so fast. This was almost less than 48 hours turnaround after after Vince. Actually, no, technically, no, that's not true because the Big Show and Vince couldn't agree on new terms for a contract, and Tony Khan had made an offer to him, and Big Show went to Vince and said, "If you match it, I'll resign." Vince said no.
Yeah, I mean, WWE had already really semi-retired Big Show already. So
Yeah, like 8 times.
Yeah.
yeah, so and I mean it kind of feels like they already have a new Big Show with Braun Strowman, and they kind of put him in the closet and break glass in case of emergency, so to speak. And does the Big Show deserve better than that type of treatment, or was WWE right in maybe doing that to him?
It depends on what your perspective is.
Yeah.
If you're trying to make room, if you're one of the groups that's saying, "Oh my God, they're tired of them using all the old timers, and they need to create new stars," then this is what they have to do in order to give those new stars a clear platform instead of having to rely on them beating up on old stars. If you're the one of the latter, then it sucks. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think Big Show made a lot of money with WWE. I'm pretty sure he appreciates it. And I wouldn't think, he would go there unless, he hadn't already told Vince. Because it seems like he's one of those guys.
The
Yep,
royal type, you mean?
Uh-huh.
The other thing with Big Show is that we've always heard that he's one of the smarter guys when it comes to saving his money. I mean, a 20-year career in the WWE, and a 4-year career in WCW. They're really. I mean, there was really nothing left for Big Show to really do in WWE. Why on earth? Paul White would want to be the color commentator for the second edition of AEW Dark.
Advanced Darkness.
Advanced darkness. There's a, thank you, SpongeBob.
Hey, don't tell me SpongeBob hasn't taught you anything educational.
It's told me that I don't want to hit rock bottom,
Boo.
or get hit with a rock bottom. But I mean, I think Tony Khan just wanted this so they could put Big Show on the Go Big Show.
You know, I thought about that.
That sounds like some shit. Big Show on the Go Big Show. Yep.
And it's suddenly it's going to be a rebrand, and you know, considering that the WWE was like investing in there's a Big Show sitcom
The Big Show
on
show.
Netflix.
And it's god awful. I got through, what, maybe 3 minutes before I took it off and said this is garbage? If that,
They use it they use it in Rikers. You have the choice of solitary confinement or watching the Big Show show.
damn. That's some...
The Big Show, because I am not trying to be in solitary, fam. I'd be laughing my ass off at the Big Show. Fuck that confinement. Fuck that shit.
Go Big Show, go Big Show.
I know, I'd be fucking making it an anime sound. Go Big Show. Go Big
Talking
Show.
about WWE's new Big Show, Bad Bunny. I mean, it kind of seemed like something we could have, you know, slid underneath the rug and not really talk about. But he's already number 4 on their top merchandise sellers. He's
He was
promoting
number
the
1
hell-
for a minute.
He's promoting the hell out of Damian Priest, and he came on Saturday Night Live with the 24/7 championship. In a sense, gotta give the guy his props, but is it really the smartest thing to promote Bad Bunny, considering, you know, what kind of star he is, or what are your guys' thoughts on Bad Bunny? Because obviously
It's
this
the
is a
smart
intro
thing.
match.
Yeah.
Nah. I'll let Scooter go. But
One, there should have been a title change on SNL where Pete Davidson won the belt for a minute. You know, it seems the WWE really likes to push superstars or people that have beat COVID. Yeah, okay.
And
But
yet
it's
they
for
still
not-
don't have Lois Green on their show.
Yeah. Let's not forget that Bad Bunny was the spokesperson for Corona beer in a commercial with Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg, which
Yeah,
is
Yeah,
hilarious.
what's up, player? No player, it's playa.
Playa. I get it, player. I get it, player. So how you doing, Bunny? Amazing too, boy.
I mean, and considering that, you know, that Bad Bunny is penciled in for a tag team match against Miz and Morrison, which now is apparently off the table. As of right now, who knows what we'll know tomorrow? But, yeah, I mean, like, I really wish it was somebody that wasn't somebody that was more relatable to everybody else, because Bad Bunny is a niche musician.
Right.
They did it with a purpose.
Yeah.
Because what is the one demographic they have been trying to get for like 10 years? The Latin community.
I was going to say the Mexicans from Canada, but okay.
Shout out to Shout out to Fuerza. Anywho, they've been trying to get the Latin community for years, and they got the biggest star in the sense of I'll put it Bad Bunny being there, and it's funny because everybody was like, "Oh my God, who is Bad Bunny?" And the Latin community was like, "Hell yeah, we paying attention now," and that's what they wanted. They wanted the Latin, and now they are going to be driving in droves. And now he attached to another person of Latin descent, Damian Priest,
Right.
which he gets the rub from being with Bad Bunny, therefore trying to push him as a Latin star, although Damian Priest is from New York, but that's a whole nother story. But the point is that it's
Those
the
Mexicans
crossover.
from New York.
Yeah, they are. There are Mexicans from New York, but they're Puerto Rican. So that's what I'm trying to get.
Oh.
So yeah, they're Puerto
We
Rican.
have to have geography.
Yeah, we gotta have geography. But yeah, that's the whole point of it. It's for the Latin community, and no one complained about this when in the '80s it was like Cyndi Lauper. You know what I'm saying?
So, I mean, but
Or
then
no
we
one
didn't have
complained.
internet back then, so who knows?
I mean,
That's true, but no one complained when Wale jumped in that bitch. Like, I mean,
I mean that kind of led to one of the most infamous shoot
rap battles
in all time.
Yeah, buddy.
Where they actually got away with referencing Xavier Woods' participation in certain extracurricular activities.
Exactly. So, to me, music and wrestling is always gonna be there, and I'd be surprised if they don't pull like Action Bronson, who's really into wrestling, and get more musicians into it because it's a win-win. It's a collaboration. That's the whole point of it. Bad Bunny becomes a bigger star. WWE gets a Latin outreach.
I mean,
win-win.
20 years ago it was Karl Malone, and 20 years later it's Post Malone.
Dennis, that's a good one. Karl Malone to Post Malone.
Speaking of the
we're just going in circles at this point.
Latino market, the WWE has also signed a second generation Mexican superstar, by the name of Jennifer Iglesias, full name Jennifer Michelle Cantu Iglesias. I'm sorry, I don't know why I put the emphasis on that. Iglesias is the daughter of Mexican wrestler Bronco. Her father was the first wrestler to use the Bronco name in Mexico and usually competed for CMLL. He later wrestled as Spider-Man, and after losing his mask in '96, became Gigolo. She's an Olympic weightlifter, as well as a Pan American Games competitor. She was training for the Tokyo Olympics, and was told that she needed to gain 15 pounds to continue training, which was not possible due to some sort of undisclosed health issue. But she started training for a wrestling career in 2019. Been working with Mexican wrestling legend and CMLL ring announcer Tony Salazar. This if I had to describe this woman in 3 words, Latina Shayna Baszler.
Interesting. I think we'll see who comes out of all these signees, who are the winners and who are the losers. But I think that might be a conversation for another time. And we'll conclude our news portion of the show for tonight.